It's J-RodTV. I don't know if anybody will see this or not, so I'm going to hang on just a second and then we'll get started. I'm going to share some stuff about my 85 C10. You can see it there. And a little bit about myself. So, I'm Jared and I'm just a normal guy. I'm actually a pastor of a local church in Mississippi, and this is my 85 C10. I bought it about 5 years ago or something like that, and probably a little longer than that now, but been working on it a little bit alone and thought I'd share it a little bit. So we'll see if anybody hops on and asks any questions. If you have questions, I'd love to hear them. My channel name is J-RodTV, and you can look me up. I do all sorts of stuff on this truck. When I bought it, it was stock height. It was this color. The interior was completely destroyed, just wore out. Originally it was a silver truck on the outside and maroon on the inside, and had maroon everything, you know, door panels and all that. And I've changed all of that. The outside still pretty much looks the same, but the inside's been almost completely redone. And so you can check that out on any of the playlists that are on my channel. That I have two stages. Stage 1 of the interior and paint refresh, and then I have stage 2, which I just kind of got through with, other than the seat, where I was just redoing all the stuff on the inside, carpet and whatnot. When I bought the truck, it had a 305 in it, and the transmission was not great. It didn't have an exhaust on it. It was just open headers. So cobbled some exhaust to it. This is really just a budget kind of build because, like I said, I'm a pastor, so I don't make a lot of money. You know, not a ton of money or anything. I don't have a lot to spare. I've got a family and, you know, kids and all that. So so they kind of take first priority. And then when all that's done, then whatever money I have, you know, just play money, I put in the truck. So, you know, it's a slow process. I did some little things, you know, back during COVID. I put tires and wheels on it. I bought a lowering kit. It's the McGuire's or whatever on Summit. You can actually go to Summit and look it up. It's a 2-4 drop kit, but it's not like a flip kit. And the McGuire's or McGuire's, or I don't know how to say it, but anyway, it's a good set. It springs and then like moves the shackles and the shackle mount in the back. And I had a buddy of mine help me. We took the bed off and did the back, and then I did the front. And you know, I'm pleased with it. You know, I think it dropped it about 3 inches all the way around, which is good, because it still has all of the stock type suspension, so it still rides like it normally would. And I put drop shocks on it and that kind of stuff, Beltec, and so I'm pleased with the way it drives. Put exhaust system on it. It had like parts of exhaust when I bought the truck, so I took it to the muffler shop and had them kind of patch it and put it all under there. So it's got like turbo mufflers and everything. And there's plenty of video on like it running and the cam and all that kind of stuff. So you're welcome to see that. You know, we're gonna look at some stuff, and I see there's some. If anybody has any questions or anything and wants to hop on and say anything, I'll be glad to try to answer them if I can see them. So, but after I owned the truck for a little while, I just wasn't happy with the engine, little 305 engine, and so what I did was I got a 350 4-bolt main that I took out of another truck. I tore it down, rebuilt it, and it was really kind of a disaster once I got going. Once I got going pretty good, because what happened was I put a flat tappet cam in it, just a normal hydraulic flat tappet cam, and within the first, when we started it up, I mean, I had the whole thing redone. It's got Brodex heads, 180cc Brodex heads, the IK 180s, and had that cam in there. And within the first 10 to 15 minutes, it just absolutely went down. cam lobe on number 2 exhaust went flat. I threw all the lifters and stuff away, but I'll show some pictures in another video about that later. But so then I had to tear the whole engine back apart after I'd spent, you know, money on it. Made me want to cry. It was tough, you know, to have an engine go down right after you put it in. And I did everything by the book. And I used to work in the engine shop too, so it was it shouldn't have happened, but it happened. So when I went back to that old engine shop that I used to work at years ago, and I said, look, I want to put this back together, but I want you guys to check everything. So they cleaned it all up and everything, and we went back roller. And so I love the roller cam in it, way easier. Actually put it on a dyno, and I'll do a full breakdown. I've got some dyno video and stuff of it. It made 360 horsepower, just under, like 359, and 375 foot-pounds of torque. And it's a mild build, you know. It still has vacuum to be able to run the vacuum brakes and all that kind of stuff. So so got that done. I've taken it to the track a couple of times. It's a really high geared rear end, so you know it's not necessarily the best. Again, if anybody, I'm Jared from J-RodTV. You want to check out my channel, come check it out. Would love for you to come check it out. I've got lots of stuff on this vehicle that I've been redoing. If you have questions, drop them in the comments there. This is the first live I've ever done, so I'm still trying to figure that out. I see there's a few people on. So anyway, after I got the engine kind of sorted, the transmission went out just like immediately. So I had to get another transmission, and it was a used one, and I just resealed it and put it all back in there, and it works fine, which I'm thankful for. It's a high geared rear end, so the drag times aren't the best, but I've got video on that too. Went last year with it, and then I've gone again this year. I haven't done the video yet, but it's coming soon. And so I started working on the interior after that. The inside was just a mess, you know, absolutely a mess. And so I see somebody on there, shifter edits, are those drag types, or tires? No, they're not drag tires, if that's what you're talking about. Like I said, I'm still figuring out this live business. I don't know how to see the stuff there, but they're just Cooper Cobra tires. And I started working on the inside, like I said, repainted everything. I did door panels, I did carpet, I redid all of the ductwork and everything in the dash, straightened out wiring, all sorts of stuff. And so you know, there's plenty of video on my channel. There's 2 different playlists from the first stage 1 of the interior redo and stage 2, and I just finished stage 2. I still have a lot of exterior stuff I'm planning on doing, and I appreciate the comment there, Shifter. It's a fun truck, and like I said, it's a budget build because I'm just a normal guy, you know. I tease folks that, you know, I have a tag that goes on the front of this truck. It says that it says backyard garage, the home of the poor man's hot rod, because that's the truth. You know, that hot rodding started in the backyards and the open carports, and everything I do, you can see, is in an open carport. That's it, you know, and that's just the way it is. So anyway, it's just one of those things that I keep working on. I have plans to patina the outside. I have plans to do some other, you know, to do some other stuff as far as like, I'm putting new mirrors on it. I got new tail lights. I'm gonna, you know, really detail the front grille and that kind of stuff. And eventually I want to change the rear end, put a lower geared rear end in it. And then I also want to change and put a stall and stuff in the transmission. It needs all of those things. I'll give you a little quick kind of walk around of the truck real quick. So yeah, I know it's a spacious